Good evening once again, everyone. My name is Mr. Smeghennigan, and tonight we're going to be doing part 31 of the Adventures of Alundra Let's Play. Having saved Elen from her quadruple nightmare, we're going to be doing what some DMs in the know would call a plot session. Yes, unfortunately, Giles is having another incident which we're going to have to try and sort out. If you remember, I may have mentioned earlier that there is, or in Giles' nightmare, that his nightmare was representative of something, something in real life, and considering what it represents, when you think about what's happened, it makes so much sense. I may have to make a comment about it in the description later because, well, some people don't need to hear about that. Maybe they do. I don't know. But yes, we're gonna have to try and help good old Giles again. Of course, we're gonna have to wait for me to actually be able to move. This is like a full 5 seconds before we can do anything. Boosh! There we go. Anyway, don't ask why I had to attack. I guess I was just getting antsy. Anyway, with this, we find out that the steel flail is pretty flaily. And I'm so amazed by the book that I have to start running immediately. That was totally not a cover in order to make it so that I didn't have to show the save prompt. Anyway, what was it? As you can tell, the place is nice and dark with almost nothing going on. Perfect time to save someone. Again. Oh boy. Anyway, as you can tell, there's something has resurged, I suppose, or returned, whatever you want to call it. But we're not exactly, what was it? Maya is not exactly pleased with what's going on, and she seems to have ideas of what's going on in reality. The fact that Giles is still somewhat lucid is a worrying thing. And the weird thing about this as well is that we're being told not to go in because it's a trap, but we've seen Alundra, and that Alundra's been able to get out of people's nightmares in the past. Like with Alundra's nightmare, when basically all around him was going to crap, he managed to get out. And with Klein's nightmare, well, actually thinking about it, he basically got pulled out of those dreams before, before any harm could come to him. Kind of a weird thing. And that comment was weird. I'm just gonna say that. Anyway, yes. What was it? Alundra's existence in the town has basically scuppered Melzaz's plans to continue powering himself for years to come. So, unfortunately, everyone has started dying. And not just because he's feeling petty, no, he's trying to kill Maya or Alundra. Probably Alundra because he's the one who's been doing this for longer, but I don't know. Probably Maya as well because they both have the same powers. Anyway, as you can tell, this could well be his plan. Maybe it isn't, but well, what other proof have we got to go on? Anyway, we're being told we have to save him. We really do, because that's what we do. Oh jeez, that sort of pressure is not exactly the best thing in the world to have. It's a good thing that within a few seconds we get interrupted by something. We don't have to make the choice because the choice is made for us. Yes, the monkeys are back, or the Merg are back. I do like how she looks around, then starts getting interrupted. It's very confusing. Anyway, apparently the Merg have decided to take upon the house, or have tried to attack the house. Can you tell what's going on? Yes, it is in fact a trap, as Maya kind of says. Essentially, if we try and go into Giles' head, there's a good chance we die, and if we die, then everyone else dies as well, or a lot more villagers die because, the monkeys are back. However, maybe it was just to try and force us into a decision. So for now, we're going to be doing the obvious decision, the only decision we can really do. We're going to have to go beat up the Merg first, because they're a more immediate threat. I'm pretty sure if this were one of the latter-day RPGs, we would be able to go straight into Giles' head, try and deal with the trap, probably get some really cool stuff, but then risk losing villagers. But again, this is not one of those games. Now, I do like as well, as you can tell, you can see what the charge attack of this thing does. It's a spin attack, so incredibly silly that I'm surprised it actually works. I think I heard a noise somewhere. Anyway, the most needless fanfare in the world heralds our victory. Seriously, I'm not entirely sure why we needed this when we killed 4 Merg with what was essentially a big ball on a chain. I do like how it did match how I killed them, though. Oh, hey, you got a big flail. You just punched them to death. Yeah, you pummeled them into jelly. I'm pretty sure if I did that with a sword, I'd be calling it out. Or even worse, if I tried to roast him to death. Anyway, we still can't talk to good old Giles, so we're gonna have to go get Keisha and Septimus before we can do anything. But of course, as things tend to happen, we go upstairs, interruptions happen. Where the hell have I heard that before? Oh yes, in another game. Oh jeez, there's so many RPGs, so little time. Anyway, we come downstairs and find out that the thing that's happened to Klein has also happened to Giles. It's an unfortunate thing. Yes, the soul leech apparently managed to get back in his head and was even stronger. And it has, unfortunately, affected him to the point where he may end up having to get put down. Now, Keisha is very brave here. I do like how there is actually animation there for once, so it's not something you tend to see a lot of in the chats. I'm not entirely sure why this needed to be said. I guess they just wanted to have some funny dialogue, but it's kind of out of place considering the situation. I don't know. Maybe I'm just going crazy. Anyway, as you can tell, we do have Septimus is telling us that we need to put him down, but thankfully Giles is intervening on this. He does still seem to have a bit of humanity left in him, which I guess is what happens when you really are that into wanting to help people. Like, you really are a good person. It's just, well, the person he's been praying to, the thing that he's been praying to has really affected him in mental and physical sense. Although this gets brought to light for later on. And of course, we get told exactly what happened to Sybil as well. He's the one who killed her. Apparently, even though we saw Ronan walking away from that one scene, that was probably just a guess from Sierra, because she just saw someone walking away. She never actually confirmed who it was. And with that, Giles is dead. Doesn't even leave a corpse or a body. Corpse sounds kind of bad. Yep, unfortunately, that's the end of that. I do like as well that the mayor has actually had to come in and say, "Come on, dudes, what the hell is going on?" Anyway, excuse me, dry throat. I have to mention it every video. But yes, we've now got a recap for Beaumont, which is kind of an unfortunate thing. But yep, we're getting a bit more plot than we'd bargained for in this point. I do like how they're finally trying to get the idea through to everyone that no, you're praying to a demon or devil. I can never remember. Devil is like lawful evil. I don't remember. Anyway, what I like is that they still refuse to believe that this is. I forgot about that glitch. As Maya says here, they still refuse to believe the fact that that they are obviously, well, it's not obvious, but I don't know, I've never seen a lot of gods that look like that, you know what I'm saying? Although, maybe that's profiling, I should stop that. Anyway, I like how Maya's talking on Alundra's part as well. It's just like, I guess that's part of silent protagonist syndrome. People start talking for you, and things get assumed. It's very irritating, you know? Anyway, I'm pretty sure I've seen this plot thread before. There's a god that gets more powerful as prayer is given to them. I don't know. But then again, God, what was it? Malzus is not a god. He is what he is, and he is a devil, not demon. I'm going to get in so much trouble with that. I don't know. What I do like as well is apparently they're able to direct their prayer. They could end up directing their prayer towards Alundra as well, in order to really power him up for the big fight ahead. Might have spoiled a little something there, but, well, considering how faith in this game, well, is for the transient people, it's gonna play a pretty big part. But anyway, as it explains here, Giles, being the most devout person, was obviously the most, as it says, the most vulnerable. He was so easily affected by Malzaz's ways that he was the easiest to affect and the most obviously affected by everything. That's why he was so violent towards Alundra. Kind of depressing, really. Anyway, with a quick save prompt, we're going to be able to see what the name of the save is, and you'll see that the game is sort of getting tired of... Maybe it's getting tired of Giles? I know, it's like, Giles, again. But then again, maybe that's just me reading it like that. Maybe it's Giles again, or Giles again. I don't know. Anyway, we're gonna have a quick chat to the villagers before we end this video, or before we finish. Hell, we're only halfway through, I just realised. Now, but we're gonna be talking to the villagers here, so once again, it's a plot video, not an action video. That's the next one. Anyway. Excuse me. So yes, what was it? Beaumont's still digesting, he's still musing on what exactly he's heard and seen. It seems that even he's realising that things are not going too well. I mean, he's been told this by Ronan, or he's had Ronan trying to convince him to get rid of Alundra, but now he's realising what's going on. Or was it? And here's more proof that Giles actually did just completely vanish there. It wasn't just a death of, oh boy, he's just disappeared. Because remember, everyone else has left a corpse behind. But Alundra, not Alundra, that's kind of a horrifying thing. I'm pretty sure I haven't died as him yet. But Giles, gone. Kind of weird, really. It does kind of point out some strange things. Now, what I find weird here is that apparently Talus doesn't share a room with his parents, but in order to get to his room, he has to go through his parents' room. That is just curious more than anything. Anyway, we're just gonna slowly make our way out of here and start talking to more of the villagers, as we are wont to do. Septimus has some pretty interesting plot development for us, mainly involving Ronan and the Murg. Yes, apparently those two are connected. Or he thinks that Melzaz... Oh, wait, no, what was I saying? Yeah, sorry, as it said here, Ronan believes that the Murg are now being powered by Melzaz. Powered up by Melzaz. We've seen this before in that one future echo that we saw in... or future sight that Sybil gave us. But this is really more proof of it, the fact that they are being directed to attack the village as Giles was also being attacked by a nightmare. It's the perfect plan. Anyway, what was it? People are slowly starting to have the grim reality of all of this pile down on top of them. It's kind of a worrying thing. Like, I'm pretty sure a couple of villagers are even actually in depression. But, well, that's sort of how things go. I do like how Ruby is the one who's commenting on being told to get Alundra out of the village. What power does she hold? Or maybe he's been asking everyone to get out, and she's the only one who's commented on it. Now, I do find it amusing that what was it? You get more of a noticeable difference between Burgess and Nestus here, where Burgess is the what was it? Burgess is the hot-headed one, whilst Nestus is the one who's probably more likely to try and think things out, if you know what I'm saying. Like, he'd probably actually try and plan things out instead of rushing headlong into things. But then again, that's just guesswork based on the temperaments. Like, one's a hothead, one's hot-headed. There's a term for it. Alright. Here we have more hints that something is going on behind the two of them. What was it between Ronan and Giles? Like, if they were that close in that regards, why does Giles' death not affect Ronan? That is truly an interesting question. But what more an interesting question is, what was Maya doing with the monkeys? Like, okay, no, actually, that's kind of a rude question. She was probably getting rid of them, considering you don't want to have four dead pummeled monkeys lying around in your front garden. That is just kind of weird. Although what's weirder is the fact that one of these particular monkeys, or one of these particular Murg, just so happened to have the item which is needed in order to continue with the game. But yes, as you can tell, we get more hints as to how we're meant to proceed with the first hint, with the hint of the fire rod, or the fire wand, and we get more interesting commentary from Kisha here. It's, well, I want to say commentary. Maybe it's more life lessons. I don't know. Anyway, what was it? As you can tell, the chimney there is still accessible. I don't remember how long it goes on for before it becomes inaccessible. And Lutas here is not exactly thinking too highly of himself. Apparently these Murg are real strong. But what was it? Yes, is kind of. I'm still interested in to hear that to see that this game does talk about depression, if only offhandedly, and even if it makes a joke of it. Maybe some people would find that not be. Maybe some people would find that a bit tasteless. I don't know. Anyway, well, it's a good thing to see the old guy still up and about, whilst Bonaire is as Bonaire does, as you might see. Now, can you tell which line was spiced up between the Japanese and English releases? Go on, can you guess? It's so difficult to spot. Anyway, we're gonna have the most interesting part of this excursion shown up now. Yes, it is in fact a new table. Isn't that brilliant? I honestly thought that was broken for the entire game. I do like how, well, I want to say I like that, but it's interesting to note that, what was it, Myra? I think that was Myra. God damn it, I really should have remembered that. I do find it interesting that she's just stopped saying bad things about you altogether. Maybe it's Maya's, like, presence. The fun thing about this, though, is that along with this tiny little life lesson as well, maybe, I don't know, you can notice that Gustav has actually tidied up the house. There's no more glass bottles. There's no more bottles everywhere, apart from the vases, and all the stools there have been tidied up. It's brilliant. It's really showing that even if all around people are being killed for the want of a power-thirsty god, there are still people who are being positively affected by Alundra and Maya. I don't know why I say that offhandedly, considering she is helping. But anyway, once again, we're gonna stimulate the economy. If we're gonna be stimulating the economy by buying A stocks or purchasing A stocks, maybe, I don't know. That was a terrible reference. I apologize. But anyway, we're gonna talk to Yuri quickly, and then we got one more person to talk to, who technically is not of much significance considering what she says. But yeah, I find that interesting as well. Like, I always forget that it's not just 4 cardinal directions that have different things in them. Like, I always think up to the north there's the lake. To the west is the Merg Woods, to the south is the beach, and to the east is the desert. No, there's more than that. I'm an idiot. Anyway, I'm gonna have a quick chat to Sierra. I was trying to remember her name for a second there. But we find out that not really much is going on. And we just get a hint saying, yeah, you should go talk to Septimus. But anyway, with all that done, there's not really much to do now. So, we're going to be heading out of town, and we're going to be finishing this video. The next time we're going to be exploring the optional, I want to say dungeon? We're going to be exploring an optional area, which gives us a new weapon and some more bloody herbs. But for now, we shall be ending this video, so I thank you all for watching, and hope to see you next time.